Welcome to the Lean Six Sigma White Belt course. This course is presented by Bucksmile in preparation for certification through the Council of Six Sigma Certification. You can follow along with the free study guide provided by the Council for Lean Six Sigma. This presentation was put together by Elton Thomas, MBA, Certified Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt and founder of Bucksmile. Chapter 1: What is Lean Six Sigma? Who should get a Lean Six Sigma White Belt certification? Someone who could benefit from a basic understanding of Lean Six Sigma, though is not directly involved in Lean Six Sigma projects. The entire organization can benefit from a basic understanding of Lean Six Sigma, from entry-level positions to executive management. The premise of Lean Six Sigma is both a methodology for process improvement and a statistical concept that seeks to define the variation inherent in any process. Variation measures the fluctuation of the outputs of a process. Upper and lower limits in the variation can then be established when the process is producing good or bad outputs. Some forms of variation include errors, which is often a mistake in judgment or miscommunication. Defects, which are often physical mistakes in the production of a product, like a dent, ding, or scratch. And poor customer satisfaction, which is often a result of errors and defects that do not get caught and is discovered by the customer. While errors and defects are quantitative measures of variations, poor customer satisfaction is more of a qualitative measure. Lean Six Sigma can be divided into two main categories. Lean is the practice of reducing and eliminating waste, while also improving processes and efficiency. And Six Sigma is the statistical methodologies used to reduce errors and defects beyond a target deviation from the average accepted variance. In Lean Six Sigma, decisions and processes are driven by data. Decisions and processes are typically driven by intuition and experience. Lean Six Sigma provides a foundation of mathematical statistical analysis that works alongside experience, skill, and knowledge. Having statistical analysis involved validates the effectiveness of a decision. Let's point out some of the challenges when it comes to decision-making without Lean Six Sigma. It makes it hard to determine what is the best idea. Decisions are based on experience or historical events. Ideas are sometimes implemented in beta mode. And the success of an idea is determined after implementation where a product or service had already been impacted. Now, let's discuss beta testing. Beta testing is the activity of launching a new product, system, or idea by choosing a select group of participants to engage in a controlled environment. Beta testers then identify problems and risks before the launch. Beta testing reduces the risks and costs that often result from launching an unproven product, system, or idea to a large audience. Lean Six Sigma has its own approach to beta testing. An idea or change goes through rigorous data testing and analysis before beta testing begins. It reduces the need for trial and error, which can be expensive and a customer deterrent. And finally, it provides better understanding of profit potential and customer satisfaction. Now let's explore decision-making with Lean Six Sigma with measure and analysis. It identifies problems, validates assumptions, and brainstorms solutions to avoid unintended consequences. Has the ability to predict and visualize outcomes with a high level of accuracy. And has the use of statistical analysis and process mapping. At the basic level, Six Sigma discovers the amount of defects or errors that a process is producing. Six Sigma represents 6 standard deviations from an average, hence, Six Sigma. In a Six Sigma process, there are less than 3.4 defects per million opportunities, or DPMO. This means that 99.99966% of products from a Six Sigma process are without defect. Experts call this a perfect process. The Sigma chart references which Sigma level a process falls in, based on its DPMO. The first column to the left shows the sigma level. The column begins with sigma level 1. The next column to the right is the defects per million opportunities. For 1 sigma, this indicates 691,462 defects per million opportunities. The last column to the right shows how defect-free the process is. For 1 sigma, it is 30.85% defect-free, which is terrible. A 4, 5, or 6 sigma would be ideal goals, depending on process capabilities and costs to improve quality. Calculating the sigma level begins with determining how many opportunities exists for defects and errors to occur. For instance, one product could have multiple opportunities for defects. To calculate total opportunities, multiply the number of opportunities per unit by total number of units produced. To calculate the yield, take the number of opportunities minus the number of defects divided by the number of opportunities. Then multiply by 100, and this will equal the yield percentage. For this example, the number of opportunities will equal 150,000, and the number of defects will equal 750. Now let's calculate. 150,000 minus 750 divided by 150,000 equals 0.995 times 100 equals 99.5 or 99.5%. This means that the process is 99.5% defect-free. The next step is to look up where 99.5% falls on the sigma level chart. This is a more detailed sigma level chart than shown in a previous slide. This chart shows that 99.5 is aligned with 4.1 sigma. 4.1 sigma might be good or bad, depending on the goals of the process. For instance, if the process is measuring the success rate of surgeries, then 4.1 sigma would be very bad. On the other hand, if the process is measuring how many mistakes were made packaging orders at a fast food restaurant, then 4.1 sigma would be more acceptable. Listening to the voice of the customer is an art and science in discovering what the customer truly wants by using measurements, statistics, and process improvement to raise profits, which can lower prices, improve customer retention, and loyalty. Some examples of voice of the customer includes offering additional features, fulfilling customer change in desires through product development, generating new ideas based on customer feedback, understanding trends and seeing where they will lead, understanding of customer perceptions of problems and issues, and testing solutions and ideas before launch. The voice of the process is how the process speaks to the organization on performance against customer needs and expectations. The most common statistical measure of the voice of the process is the mean and standard deviation. These measures make it possible to do a capabilities study. To identify special cause variation, these are variations that occur outside of the predictable range of performance and indicates when the process is not working. It establishes the upper and lower control limits, UCL and LCL. These set the range of acceptable performance. And finally, it establishes upper and lower specification limits, USL and LSL. These are limits set by the customer. Note, the UCL and LCL must fall within the USL and LSL. Value stream mapping is the sequence of all items, people, and events needed to produce a result. A hamburger restaurant will need suppliers for bun, meat, condiment, and toppings. It will also need tools such as pans, spatulas, and plates. The restaurant will also need staff to cook, put meat on bun, add condiments, and add toppings. Consider that even though there are 4 separate jobs, the tasks can be done with only 1 or 2 people. This can also be represented in a pictorial representation with timelines. If there could only be one goal to pick, as a result of Lean Six Sigma, it would likely be to create a system or a culture of continuous process improvement. Continuous process improvement is an inherent Six Sigma methodology that indefinitely keeps looking for areas of improvement. To reduce variation, by setting specifications and controls. By removing waste and inefficiencies, or muda. By equipping people with the tools, training, and resources they need to succeed. And by controlling the process with methods like DMAIC, meaning, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. This is the end of Chapter 1.